Here we go, and we're live. How is everyone?
Hey.
I have these nice two gentlemen here, Ben and Alex. We'll be discussing tonight something very, very interesting. We're putting together for some time already, so a very exciting night. Ben is from Ben. You are right now in. You're traveling, right?
I am. I'm in beautiful Costa Rica right now.
Nice. I bet the weather is excellent there, right?
Yeah, it's about 90 degrees.
Nice.
Sunny, so
I can tell from your T-shirt. Where I'm in Bucharest, and here it's around 3 degrees Celsius. It's pretty cold. So yeah.
Ben is wearing his bathing suit. I guarantee you, he's just being polite
under the table. He's
He's in the
commando. Or how is it called?
Flip flops on.
Hi everyone, welcome. Let's put a couple of. Let's just take 2-3 minutes just to get let everyone come in. And I'll just put a couple of comments here on the. Good afternoon. Hey, Jonathan. Thanks for joining. Let's see. John from Pennsylvania. Hello, John. Welcome. We have David from Toronto, Missouri. Victoria. Hi, Mike. Welcome. Nice to see you here. I can recognize your name. Some well-known supporters here, Brizy supporters. Janet, hello from Mexico. Thank you for making this space for us. Welcome, Janet. We're glad we can make this space for you, and we have something very exciting to present tonight. I bet you'll be exciting as well. Marcus, bună seara din Timișoara. Bună seara is good evening in Romanian. It's my native language. Bună seara, Marcus. Welcome.
Bună seara. That's nice. Cool.
Yeah, bună seara. Something, yeah, Latin, yeah.
Cool.
Let's see, we have Radu from Romania. So we have Europeans, Americans, Canadians, Moldova, Elena. Nice. How are you guys feeling today? Tonight? It's night here. It's day on your side. I guess you're just starting your day, right?
About midday.
Yeah, midday here too.
Yeah.
I mean, Ben is starting his day at midday. He's in Costa Rica. I mean, it's only natural, right?
It's only fair.
Excellent. Let's get the party started. I prepared the presentation here. I'll just put it on the stage. Tonight, we'll talk about how to simplify agency scaling and how to escape this fulfillment jail. And you'll understand what this fulfillment jail means in just a second, and how to scale your agency beyond a certain ceiling that we'll be discussing today. The session goals today. We will talk a bit and understand the current challenges in the agency growth and how you can overcome this using the right tools, the fulfillment and coaching. And this is why I have Ben and Alex here. We'll talk with Ben from Agency Design about fulfillment and how outsourcing fulfillment can double the capacity of the projects your agency can undertake. We'll also get expert insights from Alex from WebConsulting.com on why agencies plateau and what shifts are needed to reach sustainable growth. Of course, a Q&A session will be at the end, so please put your questions in the chat. We'll go through it, put it on the screen, and we'll reply to as many as possible. And of course, if you stick up until the end, you'll get a nice surprise courtesy of Agency Designs and also Web Consulting. We have some nice surprise for you at the end. The game plan will be here around 60 minutes. We can go a bit over. It's not a problem if we feel like it. But in general, we'll try to stick to 60 up to 80 minutes. And again, please put the questions in the chat. We'll answer them in the Q&A session. These are us. I'm Dimi, Brizy CEO and co-founder. I have here Ben with me and also Alejandro, Alex. We'll talk with them about fulfillment and about how to grow your agency with coaching and with expertise from Alex a bit later in a segment that we've prepared specifically for that. Agency scaling challenges and trends. Scaling a web agency nowadays is more challenging than ever due to increased competition, rising costs, and shifting industry dynamics. A staggering 70% of agencies, if you can believe it, struggle with consistent lead generation and profitability, of course, making it very harder to sustain a longer-term growth. On top of that, client acquisition costs actually have surged around 40%, cutting into already very thin margins, right? So many agency owners are stuck in doing a lot of working hours per week, and this, of course, leaves little time to focus on scaling the businesses and going beyond the day-to-day operations. And without streamlined systems, tools, and efficient workflows, agencies risk burnout, stagnant growth, and being overtaken, of course, by more agile agencies and more agile competitors. At the same time, the agency landscape is rapidly evolving with the rise of AI tools and automation. And agencies that fail to adopt AI risk falling behind, while those that embrace it, of course, will reduce costs and reduce project timelines and enhance service deliverability. Additionally, the industry is shifting towards this towards a tech stack consolidation, let's say, with white label solution, employing white label solutions, and this enables agencies to offer more services without the increasing overhead. So, in order to stay competitive, agencies, we think that agencies must rethink how they operate, in a sense. So, embracing AI with white label tools, outsourcing fulfillment that we'll cover in a couple of minutes, and leveraging scalable business tactics and models to break this growth ceilings. And when we're talking about growth ceilings, many agencies hit this growth ceiling because there are a couple of reasons. I put them here on the screen. And because they are stuck in a cycle of constant project delivery, leaving little to focus on scaling the actual business. And this is important. When agency owners and teams are buried into client work, handling website builds, SEO, technical tasks, of course, they struggle to generate new leads and refine their offerings and optimize their operation. And this imbalance makes it very difficult to break out of this, and I think Alex calls it very well, this freelancer mindset, right? And transition into a more scalable business model. This technical bottlenecks, whether due to maybe inefficient workloads or outdated tools or the need for specialized expertise, slow down project completion and, of course, can lead to lower profitability. And without a systemized approach, agencies end up reinventing the wheel on every project, on every project they do. And what they need to do is leverage repeatable and scalable process. So, in other words, to truly scale, agencies need to shift this focus on doing the all themselves, to implementing the right tools and automation, outsourcing fulfillment, and adopting a structured growth strategy. This is where leveraging white label solutions, AI builder tools like Brizy, for example, and outsourcing fulfillment from Agency Designs and expertise guidance from WebConsulting.com can make all the difference, allowing agencies to work smarter, of course, not harder, and scale beyond those limitations of manual work, of manual delivery. Brizy's vision is to simplify agency growth. At Brizy, as you know, we always our mission was to help agencies to work smarter and use technology as a growth accelerator to provide the website building technologies agencies need to scale efficiently. From Brizy AI that streamlines the entire website creation process to Brizy white label solutions that allow you to brand the entire infrastructure and the entire dashboard and the entire platform, unlocking new revenue streams. These tools enable agencies to deliver high-quality projects faster while reducing, of course, operational stress. But technology in itself alone is not enough. The true scalability, I think, requires a holistic approach. So beyond the tools, agencies need a clear path to grow, which is why Brizy has partnered with Agency Designs for done-for-you fulfillment and WebConsulting.com for expert coaching and mentorship. So by combining the right white label tools, outsourcing, I'll be like a broken record tonight. So I'll keep repeating this because this is, I think, is the crux of the matter. It's important, and I'll discuss with you guys in just a second. So combining this AI white label tools, outsourcing the fulfillment, and the strategic guidance and coaching, we together we aim to provide agencies with everything they need to scale sustainably. And this leads me to an introduction to this three-pillar growth model that we've built. So as I've told you, scaling an agency requires more than just great tools. It demands a strategic and end-to-end approach that removes bottlenecks, automates processes, and creates predictable growth. That's why the three of us, Brizy, Agency Design, and Web Consultants, have come together to create this, to form this three-pillar growth model. It's in a sense, it's a first of its kind partnership designed to help agencies to scale smarter and be more profitable in the end. Each partner, by the way, plays a critical role in eliminating key roadblocks agencies have. So, for example, Brizy provides the technology and the automation with the AI and white label that streamline the site creation and creates new revenue streams. Agency Designs delivers the do-it-for-you fulfillment, handling the website design, SEO, development services. So agency owners like yourself can focus more on growing their business rather than being stuck in this execution cycle. And finally, of course, Web Consulting offers coaching and business growth strategies, helping agencies break this past ceiling that is, and we'll discuss with Alex, this ceiling of 10,000 per month ceiling with proven lead generation pricing and, of course, operational framework. So together, these three pillars provide agencies with everything they need to scale sustainably, work smarter, and unlock their true growth potential. So that being said, let me start by introducing the fulfillment part, which is handled by Ben from Agency Designs. Ben, let me put you on the screen here, and I close my presentation now. One sec. If I can figure out this this StreamYard. So Ben, welcome to this nice webinar. How are you today?
I'm doing great. I'm super excited to be here. I love the community that's growing between us three, and I'm super excited to share our fulfillment process and show agencies how to streamline their fulfillment.
Ben, tell us a bit, give us a bit of context on where you're coming from, how you build everything, and give us a bit of yourself. How have you arrived at this point in time?
Sure. Yeah. So, I mean, first and foremost, I'm an agency owner myself. So I started my first agency in 2013, scaled that agency up. But during that process, I ran into quite a few bottlenecks with fulfillment, and it inhibited me to be able to scale. I came to a sticking point in my growth period, and I needed to develop a team to help me, get through some of these pain points that I was having with outsourcing. So I spent some time developing a team, put a team of designers together, put a team of SEO specialists together, and branding experts, and we started to build websites for other agencies. We caught the attention in quite a few group pages on Facebook, and it just kind of morphed into a white label fulfillment agency. So it was about 2020, and when I started branching off and focusing more on white label fulfillment, Agency Designs was created, and since then we've worked with dozens of agencies in multiple different countries now. Teamed up with Brizy, we did a lot of fulfillment with Duda That was our platform prior to our main platform prior to Brizy. And then we got introduced to Brizy, saw how amazing the platform was, and how easy and efficient it was to build websites with the cloud-based platform. And we migrated. This is what we went over in our last webinar. We migrated a few hundred websites over right off the bat. Had an amazing experience, and then the rest is history. We've been joint venture partners with Brizy ever since, and we've been able to help a lot of agencies offload a good amount of their fulfillment to us in the form of website building. So.
Makes perfect sense. I think it would be beneficial in a sense, even if it's obvious what fulfillment is, right? But it would be beneficial, I think, to for the ones that will see or are here or will see the webinar after this, to actually explain what fulfillment is and how exactly does it work.
Yeah, so that's a great question. So, we are a true white label fulfillment agency, which means that we do the work for your agency. It's like having your own design team in-house, basically. So you go out and you can focus on being the business owner and building relationships and focusing on, getting new business, and offloading the heavy lifting of the day-to-day website build to us. And we do this all in your brand. So we remain anonymous to your clients. Your clients will never know who Agency Designs is. We are specifically for agencies. And as you get projects, website projects, you can come to us and you can, use us a la carte for as many websites as you want per month, as many pages, whatever the size project that you have. You can sign up with us, get, order a website project, and then we can do the fulfillment for you, build the website in your account. Then you can show it to your client. We can go back and forth within revisions until we complete the project. And then, you can deliver the project to your client.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Is there a point, Ben, when one sec, I'm thinking about, if an agency wants to start employing fulfillment from your company, are there some mistake is there a point where are there some mistakes that an agency can do when trying to scale fulfillment or try to get into fulfillment? Is there a point when it's that we need to take care of or need to be aware about when we're considering fulfillment services?
Yeah, I think one of the biggest mistakes that agencies try to make is to try to do the fulfillment themselves or outsource it to multiple different vendors, where you're using Upwork and Fiverr and maybe a local designer, and it's just that makes the process not so streamlined, right? It's very challenging when you're dealing with multiple different people. You don't know if they're going to be consistent. These are some of the problems that I had. Their pricing can change. It just makes things a little bit more difficult. So with us, it's very streamlined. You get a dedicated project manager. Our pricing is very consistent. I can see already somebody was asking about the pricing. Our VIP membership pricing is $50 per page, which is super affordable in the white label space. And we have a full design library as well. So we can start using, you could either use Brizy templates or you could use our own premium templates that we have. And you can even white label our entire design library. So, yeah, so that's how. Yeah.
It's very interesting because what fascinate me about this space and this services that we are putting together, or you are offering especially, is that basically agencies that are maybe one man, two man show, right? Very small agency can outsource the fulfillment and basically maybe double the capacity of the projects they can do, or even triple them, right? So
oh yeah, 100%. I mean, we've seen some agencies scale from 0 to 7 figures. I mean, it's literally, I mean, we've had agencies come in that were doing a few $1,000s a month. Now they're doing $20,000, $30,000 a month. They've more than 10x their business. And they give us a ton of great feedback and say that the reason why they were able to do that is because they were able to offload that fulfillment to us. You know, and I can relate to them because that's exactly what happened with my agency. So,
yeah. Let me do the devil advocate a bit here, right? Because
sure.
I know that some agencies I've worked in the past before going into being an entrepreneur, I remember that we were doing a lot of custom projects back then, and I'm not sure we were that open at that point in time to actually outsource projects to other agency, right? Probably because of a fear of losing control over quality, right? Because you think you can do it best, and you are in that fulfillment jail, like we said, and you have that fear of losing control over quality, right? So I'm not sure if I asked the question, but how does the agency designs ensure this seamless collaboration or the high quality results overall?
Yeah, so I mean, we're really focused on attention to detail. I mean, we have a very nice, streamlined questionnaire that we have the clients fill out, and so we can get the exact scope of work. A lot of our agencies give us examples or a reference site that they're looking to build. If it's a custom site, a majority of our agencies are using our pre-made templates, whether it's a Brizy template that's already that you guys have created, or it's one of our premium templates. They're starting with the premium template, and then we're just customizing it for them. You know, the agencies that I see that are scaling are doing that primarily, unless you get into some like custom coding. I mean, we do a lot of work for like the home service, personal service industry, and those websites are pretty cut and dry. I mean, what really changes the website is your content, your images, your branding. The layout of the sites are very similar. So we can either start with a blank slate and go custom if you have a reference, or we can start with one of our pre-made templates and customize it exactly to your requirements. So so at the end of the day, the results come out to where the clients are super happy. They know exactly what they're going to get, and you know, and then it just keeps the project moving smoothly.
What I mean, it's a bit obvious in a sense, right? But it's a question I think it's worth asking, right? Because it's you can say, why not hire in-house staff, right? I mean, I get more projects, I hire more people. Why not? Why outsource the fulfillment part, or let the other agency do the actual work and not just hire in-house staff?
Yeah, I mean, that's a great question. It's a very fair question. So, you know, here's the thing. It all comes back to, do you want to be a manager, or do you want to be a business owner? Do you want to, you know, manage a team of people, or do you want to have project managers and lead designers that are experts in this, that do this all the time, day in and day out, that have a proven system? We have a very strong proof of concept of what we've been able to put together and how we've been able to help agencies scale. So do you want to manage all your designers and your freelancers and, you know, have to take on all that time constraint? Or do you want to, you know, team up with have a joint venture partnership with a company like ours that can handle all that for you?
Yeah, I can think of a couple of other ideas or a couple of other arguments related to, I don't know, if you hire them, costs, taxes, accounting, onboarding. So there are a lot of
churn. Yeah, exactly.
A lot of overhead rather than just outsourcing the project. Basically, you're their team in a sense, right? It's an extension of their team.
100%.
Yeah.
I tell people, you know, that when you work with agency designs, you can confidently say that you have a full-time design team working for your agency. You have full-time SEO specialists. You have a full-time social media team, full-time content writers. logo designers. I mean, we have all these people in-house, and we do not outsource. So we're not a white label of the white label, if that makes sense, right? Yeah. Everybody here is in-house. And here's another important part is that we do not, a lot of times when people hire in-house, they hire kind of a jack of all trades and really a master of none. So they might hire somebody who's like a web designer, but he knows a little bit, he or she knows a little bit about SEO. They know a little bit, they can do okay with content. They know a little bit about social media, but they're not really a specialist in one particular field. With Agency Designs, we have an in-house team of designers, and that's all they do is focus on design. They do not get into the SEO. They do not get into the content writers. Our content writers are professional content writers, and that's all they do is write content. They don't cross over into web design. Our SEO specialists are just doing SEO all day. That's they're focusing on SEO. So you're literally working with a team of specialists in each particular field.
And one last question, Ben, if you don't mind.
Sure.
It's interesting to understand the services that you see agencies needing the most, just to get an idea on this. The most help with, right? The services. It is web design. It is SEO. It is development, automation. What's the most I don't know, fulfillment service that you are providing?
What's the most popular?
Yeah, exactly. Thank you.
Yeah. The most popular, the most ordered. So website design, first and foremost, that's our flagship service. I mean, we are doing, we have dozens of projects going on every single day for multiple different agencies. And like I said, multiple different countries now. Website design. And then I would say our second flagship service is local SEO. Local SEO, Google GBP. We have over 100 accounts on local SEO that we have for agencies, and we have before and after ranking reports, and we do all of our monthly reporting to Agency Analytics, which connects everything to their Google Search Console, their Google GBP, and their Google Analytics. So we do monthly reporting. We have a really nice SEO growth plan that we recently just updated for 2025, and it's worked out really well with Brizy's cloud-based platform, with your page structure, and the on-page optimization has been really good. Your page load speed, we've been able to get really good results with our SEO. So website SEO, content writing, branding, we do logo design. It all goes hand in hand. And then, things like, social media management and PPC. We're actually bringing in another expert for PPC as we speak, and we'll probably have another conversation about that. But that's the flagship services.
Excellent. Ben, thank you very much. Just to wrap this fulfillment part up, and to put some key, if it's something that you need to take from this segment, is this: offloading tasks like web design, SEO, development to a trusted partner like Agency Designs here with Ben frees up agency owners to focus on acquiring more customers and scaling their business. And this is crucial. This mindset is crucial. This approach allows agencies to increase capacity and revenue without the need to hire, of course, and manage, like Ben said, an in-house team, reducing the overhead and streamlining those operations we've been talking about, and of course, grow faster. Ben, thank you so much for being here with us today.
My pleasure.
And this is a good segue to go into introducing WebConsulting.com and Alex. Most agencies plateau because they are too involved in daily operations. This is very, very clear, right? As you are involved and do everything, it's like a balance, right, Alex? You can't go do everything and also go do the events, go be the owner, be the founder, bring more clients in. So it's especially for smaller agencies at least. So scaling past that 10K per month requires a shift of mindset and strategy. So that is where Alex from Web Consulting comes in. Alex, welcome, first of all, and then please,
hello, everyone.
Please be so kind and just tell us a couple of words about yourself. And I really want to hear about this 10K per month ceiling, but tell us a bit about yourself.
Yeah, this is great. Thank you, Ben, for having us. And I say us because there's a team behind WebConsulting.com. It's not just me. Although I'm the pretty face here on this call, representing my team, but believe me, they're prettier people that makes this available. So I'd love to share with you guys what it is that I do, who I am. I got into this space in 2011 by accident. By accident, meaning I got fired from my job while my wife at the time was pregnant with twins. So I stumbled upon an opportunity called web design. A customer needed a website. He asked me if I knew how to make a website. I just lost my job. And so without any hesitation, I said yes. And that's how I got into the space. So it's been over a decade of me building websites. During that time, I got really good at what I was doing. I love getting results for clients, past the design, past just setting up websites. Like, how can we help other clients get more clients online? Because essentially that's what every business owner wants. So after I'm going through that process, I hit a brick wall, which was client acquisition. How in the world do I get clients? Because it went from I got a couple of clients to I get no clients. I got a couple of clients, the infamous feast and famine. So I lived through the feast and famine. I had to do Uber on the side to supplement my income because I didn't want to go back to a job. But I needed to figure this client acquisition thing. During this one pivotal moment in my life, I'm waiting for a passenger. I'm originally from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. I'm here in Tampa, Florida. So at the time I was next to the Fort Lauderdale International Airport as an Uber driver, waiting for my next ride, my next client. So my phone rings. I see this person, Susan. Oh, and I get all excited. I'm like, yeah, I'm on my way to pick up my client, Susan. And as I'm driving there, I realized that's not my client. I'm just the person that just picks that client up and drives them around. Uber is the one that got the client, not me. That day, I was so adamant on making sure that I figured how to get clients, because I knew that as long as I worked for someone that knew how to get clients, I would always be a slave to those. So immediately I got home. Obviously, I picked up Susan. I dropped her off. I got home and I deleted the app. No more Uber. And then from there, I learned. I invested in myself. I bought courses, programs, mentorship, you name it, because I wanted to know how in the world do we get clients consistently with predictability? How do you actually build a business? Everybody talks about getting to 6 figures or 7 figures. I've been able to get a business to a 6 figures profit, which nobody really talks about. Everybody's talking about, oh, you did $1 million in revenue. That's pretty. That's awesome. But how much profit? What is it that you took home? How many dirt bikes can you buy without your wife getting pissed off at you? Right? So that's where I've landed now. I own a business called WebConsulting.com, where we partner up with experts, people that are experienced, people that have batteries included, who want to learn to segue from just being a freelancer like myself. I've been in that journey all the way to actually having a business, having a team, having processes, and most importantly, achieve what we all want in business, which is freedom of time, freedom of location, freedom of money, right? And so that's where we're at. That's the mission, and that's my focus moving forward. So that's my long-winded answer on my short story.
It's very interesting, Alex, and let me tell something here that I know very few know. What is very interesting, and this is something that very intimate in a sense. How I've started and found the founders where I'm working with and build the businesses we've built in that culminated with Brizy eventually is the same way you started. I was kicked out from a job in an agency here in Bucharest. And this is nothing to be I don't know, ashamed about. It happens, restructuring, whatever. It doesn't really matter. But what I realize is that the hardship puts you through to pull through and going forward. So it's a very interesting story. We'll need to connect more and discuss this probably in private. So Alex, thank you very much for being here first.
Yeah.
It's very interesting. Can you tell me a bit more about what's the biggest factor holding agencies back from scaling past this ceiling that it's 10K per month? And
yeah,
first of all, I would like to know about this ceiling, why 10K, not 20, 30, 100. And
yeah.
for example, if you don't mind, I put like 5 questions already, but maybe
I'm
you'll
writing them
cover
down,
them.
baby. I got you. Yeah.
Yeah. For example, if an agency does only 5K per month, right? It's not at that ceiling yet. What's the fastest way maybe to hit that mark and maybe go past it based on your experience?
Yeah. No, this is great, Ben. So I want to ask you guys here in the chat, how many of us, by typing 1, have already achieved $10,000 months? Press, type 1 on the chat. I want to know how many of us here in this chat, in this webinar, have gotten past 10K or at least 10K a month. 1 if you have. Okay. I see 1. Okay, Mike, Charlotte. Okay.
Let me put them on the screen. I hope you don't mind, guys.
Yeah, I see them.
Everyone
This
will
is great.
find
I
out.
see them in the chat. Yeah, this is great. Cool.
We have Kim, we have Sam, we have
Yep.
Tom.
This is great. How many of us have not gotten to 10K? Put a 2. And not that one's better than 2. Just want to show you a contrast here. How many of us, you can put a 2 if you haven't achieved at least $10,000 months. Okay. This is not a judgment. This is like the best way to serve is by pouring yourself out so we can pour onto you. Okay. So there are more 2s than there are 1s, right? And the reason this is, just so you guys understand, this is a snapshot of what the industry is dealing with right now. There are more 2s than 1s. And the main reason why that is because to get to $10,000 a month, it requires a set of skills and foundation. So I am not like, I always talk about getting to 10K. If you do 10K a month, if you do the math, that's 120K a year. I'm not excited about the actual money, although you can do great. You can live a good life as long as you are spending less than you're earning, of course. At $120, you can live a nice lifestyle. The problem is, or the opportunity is, in order for you to get to that 10K a month, the prerequisite is you need to have certain elements, which we're going to dive into. I just want to highlight the importance of getting to 10K is not to just get to $120,000, but rather put yourself in a position where you can actually do this consistently with predictability. And even if maybe you are getting to 10K, but it's not consistent, there's some predictability factors. You need a base, you need a foundation. So I'm always aiming and excited about when somebody tells me I got to 6 figures, 100K plus, I just know who they had to become through the journey to get that. So that's where this whole 10K, and now, of course, everybody out there that's selling courses and programs, everybody's like, let's get you to 10K, let's get you to 10K. But the real meaning behind it is, who do you have to become to get to that milestone financially? Does that make sense, everyone? So that is the real question here. Who do I have to become to get to that 10K? Not to get to the 10K, but to be able to grow the business. So that's the first answer as far as this 10K. Why not 30? Why not 20? 10K is a good number because once you get to 6 figures, from that point, you can scale. People think that making more money means doing a lot more things. Heck, I used to believe that. I used to think that if I did a lot of things, I would make more money. Guys, I promise you, the more things that I did, the less money I made. The more things of the same thing that I do, the more money I make, right? That's why the iPhones, whether you like them or not, they all look the same. Even if the new iPhone 17 comes out, it's still the same thing. is because they're repeating the process over and over at scale. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Us creative folks, a lot of people in the space, we're very creative and we like the shiny object stuff. We like the newness. So we're constantly like moving in every direction but one. And so that is the whole point, that once you get to that 10K, 120, if you look at your business holistically and you see what's actually working, you can then do the same boring stuff over and over again in order for you to get to that 20, 30, 40, 50, 100K months by doing the same thing over and over. So that's the whole ceiling. There is no ceiling. It's more of like, who do I have to become to get to that 10K to go there? Does that make sense? Before I jump onto the third question, could you drop 3 of them there?
Yeah, Alex, sorry, I just dropped everything on your table.
Good.
Sorry, but I'm enjoying. So please go on.
This is great. And so I'm here telling you guys, I'm speaking the gospel of get to 10K, because that's going to give you the skills that you need. It's going to validate that you are ready to scale. If you're not making at least $100,000, the least thing that you need to think about is scale. What you need to focus on is, what do I need to do to get clients with predictability so that we can get them results and have our priorities in alignment, which leads to the answer to the third question. What is the fastest way to actually get clients online, or just clients in general, right? Everybody thinks it's like this dark little secret that nobody wants to talk about. And if you spend $997 on a course or a program, that you're going to get the answer to. And maybe a lot of you guys have invested and you're still wondering, like, what's the real answer? And I'm going to spoil it here for you guys, because this is not revolutionary. It just makes logical sense. So stick with me here. Getting clients has to do with having your priorities in alignment. What do I mean by that? I believe in the 80-20 rule. We all know it. We've all heard it. Whether you believe it or not, you're being impacted by it, which is 20% or 80% of the results that you're getting is based out of the 20% of the things that you're doing, right? And so what I did is I took this framework, this belief, this law of the 80-20 rule, and I focused that 80% of my efforts are going to be focused on client acquisition, and 20% of my efforts is going to be me doing fulfillment. And this is at a time where I was a freelancer. I didn't have a team. I didn't have an assistant. I didn't have, someone like Ben from agencydesigns.com to actually do fulfillment. This was just me with pimples on my head. My head was bigger than my body, trying to figure this out, right? And so the fastest way to get clients is by escaping fulfillment jail, which is the whole reason why we have this conversation. This is why we're having this conversation, all 3 of us, because what people think the problem is not the problem. One time my back was hurting a lot. I go to one of the best chiropractors in South Florida. This guy is literally fixing backs from pro ballers in the NFL. And I go in there. I'm laying in the bed. I'm telling him about my back, and then he starts like playing with my feet. Now, don't make it weird here. Listen, stick with me, okay? He starts playing with my feet, and I said, "Hey, doc, I don't know if you heard me, but my lower back is what's hurting. I don't know, maybe my accent got on the way. It's not my toes." He started laughing, and he's like, "That's cute, The reason why your back is hurting is because your left foot is not being activated. So there's a misalignment of your hips that is giving you, like, you're overcompensating because your left foot is not fully activated." And I'm like, oh my gosh, like that was the expert talking, right? I'm thinking it's my back, but it was another symptom. The same thing with getting clients. People think the issue is getting clients, but that's not the issue. The issue is that you're stuck in this feast and famine, building these websites or building these projects, neglecting the activity that got you that client in the first place. Once that project is complete, if you ever get it completed, because we deal with revision hell, scope creep, all the crazy things that we deal with in this industry. So now you're working with this client for a month, 2 months, you undercharge because you don't know how to close high ticket. And now the mortgage is on the first, so now that's due. And then now you got to go and dish out these projects, and now you got to focus. And it's like this feast and famine cycle, as opposed of less focus on having your fulfillment dialed in, where you can build your websites with efficiency, quickly, make sure that you can deliver results, and focus your efforts in 80% of that time focusing on client acquisition. So the fastest way to answer that last question, and I'll bring the mic back to you, Dimi, is getting your prioritizing alignment with 80% prospecting, 20% client fulfillment. And you can do this by yourself. I've done it. I was solopreneur, or I would say I was a freelancer, and that's what I had to do in order for me to get out of this feast and famine. Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense, and actually you answered a lot of my questions, to be honest. So, but I'll ask them anyway because I'm sure there are subtleties there that you didn't cover. So basically, Alex, let us know in a more certain terms on how your coaching program, because this is what it is, right? It's a coaching program, helps agencies break through this nice 10K ceiling.
Yeah, this is a great question. So, Dimi, I don't sell courses. I don't sell programs, although I believe in them. This is not to throw rocks at people that have programs and courses. I believe those are puzzles to the big picture here. What we offer at WebConsulting. No, you're good. This is good. I want to make sure that we have this distinction because we're not here to work with everybody. We actually mentor people. We partner up with people. We hold their hands, and essentially we act as a founder without making, without taking equity in your business, without making things complex, just by holding your hand and showing you the simple processes that has allowed us to get a 6-figure in profit business by being a person that can delegate, being a person that can sell, be a person that can have boundaries with clients, that is not being stuck on the common pitfalls of not charging your worth, or lack of boundaries, or project scope creep, or how I get clients every month, or how do I, all of these different pitfalls that I've went into this journey without knowing. If I knew the stuff that I knew now and doing it alone, I would have I don't know, I probably would have gone back and get another job. I don't know, like I went through a lot of I have the scar tissue to prove it. I went through a lot of learning this process. So essentially what we're doing at webconsulting.com is we're partnering with people. We're working with people that are the right fit. We're not just working with everybody. And essentially we're just guiding them. Here's where you're at. Here's what you need. You do not need to be watching a course of endless hours, or jump on a call with 100,000 people in there and like nobody knows you. There's a lack of relationship. So that's essentially what we offer is mentorship. We get to know you. You get to know us. We work together to getting you to that 6-figure business. That's what we do.
Makes perfect sense, Alex. And I mean, look, full disclosure, I mean, is Alex's
engagement. Community. I know I messed you up. You can't say program engagement.
I mean, Alex's community, and I saw some very nice. I will not give from basically from the house, let's say, from the community, but I saw some. I was very impressed, to be honest, because I saw some stories there with some custom work projects, probably done through fulfillment agencies, to be honest.
Right.
Maybe through Ben, some of them. Yeah. I was very impressed, like 20, 30K projects. I mean, something that is a bit not something that you can encounter nowadays, 20, 30K for a 4-page website or a landing page or whatever. So it's something very, very cool. I think it's very interesting to touch a bit on this problem of clients, right? Because nowadays, and I remember when I was working in agencies, and we're a bigger agency here in Bucharest, and when you're a bigger agency, things are a bit simpler in a sense, right? Because the founder brings in the clients and does what it needs to be doing, and the people are building the projects. But when you're a smaller agency and you are, of course, looking for fulfillment, it's mandatory, basically. You want to attract the right clients, because this is the point, to attract the high ticket clients. And what would be the first mistake, do you think, Alex, they make when they in their lead generation strategy? Because we all want those 10,000, 20,000 projects, right?
But this is a great question.
Does it make sense? And not all of us can attract those clients.
Yeah. So when I first started, one of the biggest things that I had to do was deal with my imposter syndrome. I know probably many of us has dealt with that at one point or another. And whenever I would tell people that I owned an agency, I would twitch just saying it. Even me telling you that, like at the time, I can get that feeling again, saying I am an agency owner. I got pimples on my face. My head is bigger than my body, but here I am saying that I own an agency. And the biggest opportunity that I see is there's a misalignment with the business that you're trying to build to match where you're at your current state. I know a lot of people will say, fake it till you make it, oh, you're this agency. But the truth of the matter is when you do that, you start making some big mistakes that are really going to hurt you. And one of these mistakes is you have this business that's not in alignment with you because you're saying you're an agency, but you haven't hit a six figures. You haven't hit $10,000 at least. So then you're this agency. And then you're now seeing these big agencies, like legitimate agencies with multiple services on their website. So then naturally, if you want to be a duck and you look at another duck, you're going to paint yourself yellow. You're going to start quacking like a duck, right? And then you're going to be making mistakes because we're not ducks. You should not be having on your website 100 services, SEO, SEM, digital marketing, paid advertising, like all of these different things just because you see an agency do it, right? So the big opportunity that I see here that can break this pitfall, that can get you out of this pitfall, if you will, is by looking at yourself in the mirror, understanding where you're at in your journey, and building a business that's holistic to you. In this case, I looked in the mirror and I'm not an agency owner, and I'm also not a web freelancer because at that point I had invested in a footwear factory. I knew what entrepreneurship looked like. I've invested, I ran a team. So there was more value than just a website. So that's when I landed on, I am a web consultant. I help people navigate the internet so they can get more clients online. And so that level of alignment allowed me to grow my business. It completely got rid of this imposter syndrome that was just lingering there when I was just telling people I'm this big agency. No, I'm a web consultant. Here's how I can help you. I charge high ticket because I'm literally helping you get more people in your dentist business or your chiropractic or attorney, etc. And so it was the misalignment of what I wanted, the business that I wanted to build versus what I was just looking at people and I'm like, oh, I'm an agency. Yeah, I'm an agency. Oh, they have all these services. I have all these services. So that is the biggest thing. If you can get anything from this call, from my segment here, is look in the mirror and ask yourself, what type of business do you want to make? Do you want a lifestyle business? Maybe make $5,000, go surf, or $10,000 and go surf, do your thing. Or do you want to grow a cash flow business where now you're working on building a team, making sure that you're spending less than when you're actually earning? Or you want to build an asset business. You want to build an actual agency, right? The employees that you need, the overhead, all that stuff. Like just being clear on what it is that you want for yourself. Don't look at the person next door, but what do you want? And then look in the mirror, ask that question. And then once you understand what it is that you want, then you can optimize for that. Then you can go in that direction. So that's my answer here when it comes to what's the biggest pitfall here. What is it that people can do early on? Does that make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Scaling is not just about getting more clients, right? Because we can get a lot of clients, let's say, possible or probable, right? To get a lot of clients, but it's about ultimately increasing profitability, right? Because I would rather have 3 clients or 5 clients, high tickets, rather than 100 clients, very, very small tickets, right? As an agency. What's one, and this I think touches a point related to pricing, right? What's one pricing or packaging strategy or pricing strategy that you recommend related to this, to the profitability part?
So as far as pricing, so I've been doing this, and when I say this, mentoring people since 2016, and the pattern is always the same. I haven't seen a new pattern. Humans, we evolve very slowly, right? It's not like technology that, there's a new software that comes out and everything's different. what I often see people is they're just simply not charging their worth. They haven't figured out, like, everybody wants to charge more, but you're being capped at a service. So imagine this, Dimi, imagine I'm walking around and I have the power to grow your hair back, okay? But I'm selling a tomato, and I'm saying this tomato is $10,000. People are like, "Oh, no, that's too much. Why would you want to buy a tomato for $10,000? It makes no sense." Well, if I've only explained to you that if you eat this tomato, you're going to start growing hair back, then all of a sudden that $10,000 is not going to be seen as a lot, because there's a value that's higher perhaps than that amount, right? So I often see that people are really good at what they do. They're experts in what they do, but what they lack is being able to productize or package and articulate the value that is created. That's how you charge more for what you're doing. It's not by adding an SEO package. It's not by doing packages. I always tell my clients, the only people that does packages is Amazon, UPS. Let them do the packages. Don't do packages, lean into.
So basically, you are selling value. You are not selling SEO service or in itself. Of course, the SEO service is sold and needs to be up to par and needs to be excellent, fulfilled by Ben, of course, which knows exactly what the service fulfilled needs to be. But you are selling value, actually, right?
Yep. You talk about what this thing that you're going to do is going to create, and you lean on that. I call this, people like to talk about their underwear. Experts, we're so good with Brizy and our technology and our systems and our apps and all these different things. The business owner doesn't really care about all that. What they care about is whether you can get the result or not. So something that I encourage us during our sales process, stop talking about your underwear, which is talking about the technicalities of it. Sometimes, most of the time, when we talk about the technicalities, you're triggering feature brain. So now you got the customer even more confused about all this new lingo that you just dumped on them. Remember, you're the expert. Now they got to figure out their problem plus the riddle that you just laid upon them in a conversation with all of this tech stuff. So you're adding more friction. It's not clear, and you're just pushing the sale further down instead of leaning to what can my fulfillment, what can I do to help you solve that problem? And let's talk about that. Don't worry about how we're going to get there. I will get you there. When you get in an airplane, you're going to go to Honolulu, or you're going to go visit Ben at Costa Rica. He's enjoying his time out there. He's not concerned. Ben's not walking around looking at the airplane saying, first class, we only have 2 seats here. I wish there was only 1 seat. How many, lights and fixtures does the plane has? And Ben is on vacation, baby. He got his bathing suit on, ready to go. He's like, let's go. Take me to the destination, right? And so that's what we need to do with our clients when it comes to closing high ticket, is stop worrying about your underwear, stop talking about your underwear, and sell on value. This whole hourly rate madness, this whole packages things that you see others do. Let FedEx and Amazon and UPS do the packages stuff, and just lean into your expertise. Can you solve it? And how much does it cost not to have the solution to your problem? That's what we want to double up on. That's how you get to that high 6 figures and most important, closing more deals. Make sense?
Makes perfect sense. Look, just to do a key takeaway here, and please, Alex, if I get this wrong, correct me. Agencies must shift from being a service provider to being a strategic consultant, right? To scale efficiently. So this mindset change enables them to focus on delivering value, actually, while also implementing predictable lead generation and pricing strategies, right? So basically, outsource to Ben to do the fulfillment, and you deliver value and sell value to your clients. So web consulting helps agencies streamline the operations and develop systems that attract high quality clients and ensure consistent profitability, setting them up, of course, for long-term growth. Did I sum it up correctly?
You nailed it.
Excellent. Alex, thank you very much for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
And this is what we're actually trying to trying to create here a system actually that will give agencies a way to have the tools from Brizy, to have the fulfillment from I'll point to Ben from Ben, and to have the coaching and the expertise from Alex to grow and thrive and to break that that ceiling. Let me put this presentation down again. How you can apply this today? How you can do it, right? You can use Brizy to, of course, automate website creation and unlock new revenue streams, white label, and everything, the platform that we're actually using. Outsource fulfillment to Ben with agency designs to free up time. And of course, learn proven strategies with Alex and his team from WebConsulting.com to scale faster. And in order to do that, by the way, I put here, it looks like a link, but you can click it. We'll put that in the YouTube video, in the comments, and we'll share it with you over email. If you access this link, actually, you know what? I can show it to you right now, in fact. Why not? Let me share my screen. This is the page on Brizy.io's website, the page that talks about this partnership to empower agency growth. You will go to Brizy.io and go into the resources tab here and go to the agency blueprint. And you'll find out everything related to this endeavor that we are putting together, and you'll find out basically a lot of what we've discussed today related to the challenges, related to the solution, how everything works in steps, the benefits, how us as a businesses, Brizy, Agency Designs, and Web Consulting, why should you choose us, and of course some testimonials. And you'll go here at the bottom, you'll fill in this form, and you'll book a discovery call with us. We'll do a call together, and then we'll introduce you to Ben from Agency Designs. We'll introduce you to Alex from Web Consulting, and then we'll pick it up from there, and you'll be able to actually start your agency growth path. Let's say. Let me go back to StreamYard. Q&A. We have arrived at the Q&A session. By the way, guys, look, I've enjoyed this so much. We'll just go whatever time it takes. It's already 1 hour after past our allocated. I mean, 62 minutes, our 60 minutes allocated time. But we'll just go on as much as we like to. Let me pick up some questions from the chat here. I think this might be for Ben. Jonathan Powers. This will, of course, work wonders when there is a time crunch, especially when the client needs it right away, right? So what is the turnaround time? So probably, Ben, what Jonathan asks is that, look, I get a client today, he needs a website like in 2 days, right? What's the turnaround time?
Yeah, so the turnaround time depends on the scope of work, obviously. I mean, is it a 5-page website? Is it a 20-page website? Typically, our 5 to 10-page websites, we like to say anywhere from 7 to 10 business days as a turnaround time. I'm big on under promising and over delivering. A lot of times that comes, the ETA is even quicker than that in most cases. But this way you can, tell your clients that, you give them, 10 days to 2 weeks, and you're always going to, meet those expectations.
Makes perfect sense. Ben, I think a lot of this will be on fulfillment, unfortunately, because it's a big part for agencies to basically ensure that they deliver the project, right? So Weeb asks, it is possible to deliver a design in Figma, basically deliver it to you, right? Give it to you. Then I create that he creates himself, and that you set up as a template for Brizy. Does the 50/70 also apply for that? Or is it just changing existing Brizy themes on your premium themes? So basically, I think Web, what he wants to do is create a Figma, send it to you, and you implement it, something around that.
Yeah, we do have some agencies that do that. So if you create something on Figma and you send it over to us, so we do 50, just to clarify, $50 to $70 It depends on if you're on our free plan. We have a basic plan, and we have a VIP membership. The VIP membership is more for people that are doing more volume. We give you significant discounts, $20 off per page. We have even discounts in some of our other digital marketing services. That's where it comes into our VIP membership, which is $197 a month. However, there is some discounts that we're giving to the Brizy community. We give discounts to anybody that's in WebConsulting.com. So depending on if you're going to be if you're already a part of Brizy, or you're going to be a member, and start working with Alex over at WebConsulting.com, that membership can be discounted. But and we do custom designs for $197 for a custom page. And that can be, you can bring us a Figma, you can give us a reference, however you want to do it, and we'll create it custom for you.
Will this work, Ben? And this is something that I want to know. Will this work as a brief from a client? So, for example, if I'm an agency and I get the brief from the client, I want this, I want that. This is an example website that I like, and things like that. Will this also work? I presume, right?
Yeah, exactly. The only thing, just to clarify though, we never deal with the end user client, right? So we just deal with the agency. So the agency would get the scope of the work from the client, or we get it directly from the agency, and then we'll design it accordingly.
Perfect. Makes perfect sense. Mohammed, I think this is a no-brainer partnership who wants to go for real business and be a manager on her business without spending a lot of time designing and building their clients' websites. I think this is the crux of it in a sense, right? Mohammed and Ben and Alex, right? The idea being that you want to create more business and more scale your business, and let the others that are professionals and experts in their job do the actual work, right? So let Ben do his work. He has the teams ready that do very specific work on SEO, on building websites, designing them, using Brizy to build them. And of course, you maybe focus, Mohammed, on getting Alex's advice to how to bring in more high-ticket clients and more business inside your agency to scale it. Let's see. Can we sign up other designers than firms from your service and earn a commission? This is a very good question, Jonathan. We didn't arrive at that point to actually figure out a way to how we would tackle this. What I think is our most important, and Alex and Ben can confirm, our most important objective is to actually give agencies a real system to actually scale with the tools from Brizy, with the fulfillment from Agency Designs, and with the coaching from Alex from Web Consulting. So we don't know the answer to this, to be honest, right now. But our main objective is to give those agencies the way to scale very efficiently. We'll need to figure this out, guys. How we can let Jonathan that brings in more business to reward him. Let's see. Alex, Merlin, you're talking my language, Alex. So Merlin thanks you.
Awesome.
Yes, this is recorded. It will be available now on our YouTube channel. And once this will end, you'll get a link from StreamYard, because we're using StreamYard as a technology partner for this recording, for this webinar. You'll get a link on your email with the link to the recording, so you'll be able to watch it whenever you want. We have the ones and twos, and now I'm scrolling through the ones and twos. And Alex, you were right. There are more ones, more twos than ones. So basically, your presumption and your story aligns perfectly. Huge insight, Alex. So, Alex, it seems that you hit a very a nerve in a sense, right? Which, by the way, working, even if it happened, Alex, a long time ago when I was in agencies, I can relate, and I can some of the things I think apply to businesses in general, not necessarily only agencies. So it's I think it's something very valuable. Jonathan, Alex, for you, you're not an imposter. You are just really good at what you do. I bet, Alex, that there was a point in time when you didn't feel this way, right?
100%. This, and we all have it, right? Like the imposter syndrome is just that little voice telling you that there's a big dinosaur behind you, and it's a survival mechanism, right? It's the unknown. Prior to jumping in this call, guys, I got nervous, right? We're jumping in the call. There's uncertainty. You know, you don't want to mess up. My kid's going to come on, and, you know, like the guy on the news station, the kids just, you know, be disruptive of the event. And all of these things is normal. The biggest thing is just having that distinction that if this imposter syndrome, you're mixing it with just you're nervous, you're going to put yourself in a position where you're not going to move your needle forward because you're going to be afraid of taking this leap of faith, right? And by the way, there's no more dinosaurs anymore. So luckily we live in a day and age where we don't have to worry. But yeah, thank you for sharing that.
Yeah, look, I totally agree. I already shared something from my past when I was kicked out from an agency. I'll share another thing from today or an ongoing day. Is that I think you're right, Alex, that everyone feels a bit of an imposter, maybe a bit less or a bit more or whatever. But I sometimes feel the same way. Sometimes I think that if I wouldn't have this amazing team around me, developers, marketers, designers, to do the entire damn thing, make work brilliantly, right? So
shout out to the Brizy team. There's a lot of people behind this nice set of hair that we see dimming here. A lot of people that are killing it. Yeah.
Please send us the recording. Amazing meeting. Yes, you will receive it on email, and of course we will send an email with the goodies that I'll present in just a second. And in that email you'll have the link to the recording as well. We'll post it on YouTube as well. So. Let's see, Jonathan, thank you so much for being here. This helps brings focus and puts Brizy back on the forefront on our minds. I think we're all had Brizy on our minds a lot lately. Yeah, look, the idea here, Jonathan, let me put your comment again here. The idea here is, again, Jonathan, I personally and our team here were always discussing on how we can bring more value, right? Because, and Alex 100% will agree, Ben, I'm sure he will agree, it's not always about the tools. The Brizy tool is brilliant, and I would stand by it because I poured my energy, my life into it. But you need tools and systems to actually build sustainable and scalable businesses. And we need to look into the mirror, exactly like you said, Alex, right? And see what we want to do, and agree that we need some guidance, and we need some strategy, and we need some fulfillment, and we need some tools, and employ those. So our mission is to give more, not only the tools. The Brizy mission is not about the commission, it's not about the revenue, it's about the giving more to the community and helping agencies to scale. So if we can achieve that, I will be perfectly happy with it.
Dimi, if I may, I wanna share this, and this is in regards to you, Brizy, Ben, Agency Designs. It's very rare that you have people come together for the sake of actually helping people. Just full disclosure here, there's no referral programs. We're not throwing money at each other here, and we're trying to, you know, like, do this cash grab thing. Like, what we see is a big problem, which is businesses need help. They need the tech stack, they need fulfillment partners, and they need guidance, strategies on how to navigate this thing called entrepreneurship. And one of the things that I was super excited about working with Ben and Dimi and joining forces on how do we solve these problems is that since the beginning, these two gentlemen that you see here have been completely selfless It's about how can we contribute? How can we add value? And to me, that's very easy for me to jump on something that has value in it, that has good intentions in it, which is serving people, helping people. And I see Brizy as a platform that, as long as Dimi continues to carry that vision of making it about his people and not just getting caught up in being just another tech tool, is going to go really far. So I just want to acknowledge you, Dimi, man, in front of everyone, because that's amazing that you're taking the time to show up for the people and you're building a tool for the people. And it's just amazing. So just wanted to share that with
Alex,
you.
I'll blush, man. Don't.
I'll stop. But I mean it, man. It's awesome. It's really cool. This is just the beginning.
The idea, guys, here, I mean, I don't want to point fingers to anyone. The idea here is to actually help agencies the best we can. And I think this is a great segue to go into those very nice freebies that you guys were very nice to provide. And this is one of it is for Brizy premium designs, courtesy of Agency Designs. And we have actually, you know what? We're 16 minutes over time, so it doesn't really matter. We can go another couple of minutes. Let me show the screen and actually show the actual templates that Ben from and his team from Agency Designs kindly shared with us. If you don't know, they already have a library. Ben, please correct me if I'm wrong. Around 100, and you are migrating. I mean, you have an extensive Brizy design library, premium designs, and he's sharing 4 of them with us. You will receive these links with these designs on your email in the next days, and you'll be able to use them with your clients, of course. So this first one, it's a multi-page website, of course, and it's a landscape expert company from what I'm seeing, and I see some leveraging some very nice options here, like the parallax in the background. And look, Ben, I must admit, we are very proud of our designers here, led by one of our co-founders, Bogdan. And when I see your designs, they look very, very, very cool. So I'm very, very excited to have you on board and build more exciting designs on Brizy. This new one is the next one is home remodeling. I think this is something for a designer or something like that. I really like the overlap here. Very nice. Let's go through the home pages only. All these are multi-page websites. This is a home remodeling designer kind of website. The next one is industrial, commercial, and concrete company, something related to a company. I like the color scheme and the images. These are all built in-house, right, Ben?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Looks very, very cool. And you guys will receive all these designs as clonable links on an email. I think tomorrow or the day after, and you'll be able to use it, of course, to your needs for your clients. Very vibrant, very different designs. I really like them, Ben. You know what strikes me, Ben, is that, and this is something that we are pursuing as well at Brizy, is not when you're seeing Brizy designs, and this is something I'm feeling when I'm seeing agency designs as well. They don't smell like it sounds very odd, but they don't smell like templates, if that makes sense, right? They don't. If you look at it, it looks like a custom-made website, which is important. So these are the four ones: landscape experts, design remodeling home, company, concrete company in New York somewhere, I presume, and a digital marketing expert. You'll receive all this on an email. We'll send it to you tomorrow or the day after. Let me go back to the. So the 4 designs, and this is courtesy of Agency Designs. Thank you very much, Ben. You've been very nice to share these designs with the community. And the next thing from Web Consulting, Alex has a course which is called the 10K Blueprint, and I presume the name wasn't random, right? The 10K Blueprint, Alex.
Exactly. We should have called it a 30K blueprint. And yeah, no, it's 10K. We know why.
This from my understanding is this is a 60 minutes course. It's a video format or text and video together.
That's correct. It's both.
Excellent. Which will basically teach our agencies how to command premium pricing, which is something talking about that profitability, right? Because you want to have fewer clients or fewer partners, clients that you can get you into that profitability, and of course attract high value website clients. So this course, which is you know what, if we are in the sharing screen. I'll share the screen. So this is the actual course, and it's worth $97. You'll get it for free, by the way. We'll send you an email. I think we'll share with Alex all the emails of the attendees, and Alex will make it sure that you receive a link to join this 10K Bulletprint course, of course, free of charge. So this is courtesy of one sec. This is courtesy of WebConsulting.com. Guys, I think this was it. I had a great time, to be honest. I'm thinking we should, Alex and Ben, we should maybe split this into more granular, subtle webinars that maybe we can do together further down the line. Maybe something all based on fulfillment only, something with case studies, something with maybe we invite someone from the community that is using the fulfillment services. I think that will be beneficial in the future. Of course, this goes for web consulting as well, to do something related only about scaling and how you can generate more leads, better leads, high tickets. I'm very excited about this. I can tell you guys that I'm very excited about this. The idea here is to offer agencies truly scale and to help them achieve that. How do you call it, Alex? Free time and money and place.
Freedom of time, freedom of location, freedom of money.
Excellent. Thank you very much, everyone, for being here. I thank you a lot for your continued support with Brizy. And I let just 30 seconds for Alex and Ben, and I will start with Ben to just have a closing thought, and then we'll close the webinar.
Yeah, thanks everybody for having me. I look forward to helping anybody that needs any white label fulfillment. You guys can always reach me at agencydesigns.com. info@agencydesigns.com is the email. And we'll be connecting with you guys through the link that Dimi sent as well. Definitely book a call with Alex. His coaching program is amazing. You already know how amazing the Brizy platform is. We're super excited about this trifecta, and we want to help you guys scale. So feel free to reach out anytime. Thanks, guys.
Alex, please.
Yeah, thank you guys for being here. You know, it shows a lot of the people that are in this call. If you're taking an hour and 30 minutes out of your time, it shows how much commitment you have to your business. I want you to know that we're here supporting you every step of the way. Don't be a stranger, you know, and I'll see you guys in the ecosystem. I'll see you, hopefully more of you guys. And again, we're here to serve you guys. So thank you for your time.
Excellent. Thank you very much, everyone. Let's just meet in the next one, okay?
Awesome. Create a great day, everyone. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Thanks, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.